Okay, so before we really dive into things today, I got to share this quick thing from my week. It's been a bit much in the info front. I was trying to sort my digital notes for the deep dive stuff. They're really complex interdimensional economics bits.
Uh-huh.
And somehow my new AI assistant decided to cross-index everything with my grocery list.
Oh, no?
Yeah. So now I've got this recurring order for optimal resource allocation strategies showing up next to, like, kale and kombucha. Apparently context is key, even for smart AI.
Oh, I totally get that. I had something similar, though, maybe less grocery-related. I was tracking pigeon flight patterns in the park. Seriously, I was convinced there was some hidden algorithm for finding bird seed.
Yeah, we would.
Spent hours modeling it. Turns out the pattern was just, wherever a toddler happened to drop their cracker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the sheer randomness compared to my beautiful equations, it was humbling. Definitely made me rethink my assumptions.
See, that's exactly why we're the right people for this. So
Yeah.
welcome everyone. You, our amazing listeners, asked for it, and we're here to break down a truly memorable piece of source material, episode 41 of When Aliens Come to Tea.
That's right.
And since we're part of the studio crew, helping Felix put these things together, we've got a bit of the inside track. We're pulling back the curtain on this one. It definitely made some waves.
It really did. Episode 41 featured the one and only Dr. Zephyr Multigloom from the Seven Harmonies system.
Yes.
Calls themselves the galaxy's top mathematical relationship counselor. And they showed up with a briefcase, basically, full of equations. And this core belief that human romance is, how did they put it, adorably primitive.
Adorably primitive. Love it.
And desperately needed fixing. Mathematically. Our host, Felix Andromeda, who's usually pretty cool under pressure, he spent most of the episode just trying to keep up while the tea house set practically reconfigured itself around him.
Oh, it was glorious chaos. Pure, mathematically driven chaos. Felix barely got a word in before Dr. Multigloom just, bam, dropped that first bombshell. That's our mission today, folks. We're going to unpack why Dr. Multigloom thinks human love needs a serious math upgrade.
Right.
How they plan to fix it with, advanced calculus. And why, spoiler, the solution involves getting more partners.
Quite a few more. Yeah.
Exactly. So get ready. This is going to be fun.
Oh.
Mathematical mayhem, but also some surprisingly sharp points about us humans. Okay, let's just jump right in, because episode 41 started with a bang, like an immediate viral moment, wasn't
Oh,
it?
totally. All thanks to Steep.
Steep. Felix's AI co-host, the super deadpan one. Steep just calmly says right at the top, warning, your relationship is only 28.57% efficient. You're missing 5 partners.
Just like that. No preamble.
And poor Felix just goes, wait, what? How many? How many people am I supposed to be dating?
Yeah, his reaction was priceless.
It was hilarious, but it also, immediately set the tone, didn't it? This completely quantitative view of love crashing into our very human way of seeing things.
Yeah.
Right from second one.
Absolutely. And that line, which obviously threw Felix for a loop, it sums up Dr. Multigloom's whole thing perfectly. Human romance. It's not just inefficient, it's fundamentally broken because it lacks, mathematical rigor.
Right.
They genuinely believe true love needs advanced calculus, not just feelings you can't measure. And according to their septarian philosophy, the ideal state, this perfect harmonic love balance, it comes from a very specific number of partners.
Which is?
7. For most species, including us humans, apparently.
What?
7 partners for peak emotional stability.
7. Just, wow. Imagine explaining that. Honey, for perfect balance, we need 5 more people.
It definitely makes you pause, doesn't it?
Totally. But Dr. Multigloom wasn't just about the theory, were they? The quirks started immediately. That panic attack over the tea temperature.
Oh, yeah. Iconic. Floomp. The emotional conductivity will floomp. Drinking liquid apathy.
Liquid apathy was so dramatic.
Yeah.
But it showed how they saw everything as measurable, even emotional conductivity, like it was electrical current or something.
Exactly. And that worldview permeated everything. They're from Septario Prime, right? A place obsessed with geometric and numerical perfection. So first thing they do, start rearranging Felix's studio furniture into a perfect heptagon. Using 7 cushions, warning about emotional right angles creating attraction perpendiculars. Apparently, someone back home sat in a square formation once and suddenly fell for their accountant.
Fell for their account because of right angles.
Okay.
It's bizarre, but it's sort of logically consistent within their own system, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Emotional states dictated by geometry. Wild stuff.
I still laugh thinking about it. And their relationship advice often sounded more like setting up a math problem. Remember that 47-page love equation?
How could anyone forget with footnotes and appendices?
And they actually tried to use it to ask someone out. Felix told that story, right? Where the person thought it was a menu at the Gleep Nord Cafe.
Yes. Oh, that went viral instantly. The meme, when you're so bad at flirting, you need citations.
Perfect. But it really highlights that struggle, doesn't it? Trying to quantify something that's just not quantifiable. Even if most of us don't use 47-page equations.
Right, and the equation itself, Dr. Multigloom was so proud of it, the one they recited on air.
Oh yeah, what was it again?
Love equals the square root of trust multiplied by communication, divided by unresolved arguments, all raised to the power of shared laughter.
Ah yes, sounds simple enough.
Until Steep chimed in, completely deadpan. Error. Cannot divide by emotional zero. Also, the laughter exponent created an infinite loop.
An infinite loop of laughter. Steep's critique was just perfect. You can't just compute human emotion.
Exactly. It was the perfect robotic takedown of the whole concept.
But you know what? Nothing, and I mean nothing, seemed to horrify Dr. Multigloom quite like human wedding rings.
Oh my goodness, yes. The gasp, the recoil.
It was genuine distress. They whispered, "Why would you trap love in a metal circle? It's not even a prime number of vertices."
And then just total confusion. No vertices. It's a circle. How do you measure the angles of commitment?
Angles of commitment. It wasn't just like, oh, that's different. It was a fundamental aversion, wasn't it?
Yeah.
To fixing something they see as dynamic. Love shouldn't be trapped in a circle.
Precisely. For them, it's always evolving. It needs geometric integrity, prime numbers apparently. Our symbol of eternal love was just geometrically offensive. Such a fascinating contrast.
Totally. Speaks volumes about their whole mathematical brain and their own backstory, becoming an emotional mathematics practitioner. That came from their own dating disaster, didn't it?
It did, after the spectacular failure of that very same 47-page love equation.
Right. Poetic justice, maybe?
Perhaps. But their first clients, even more of a challenge. A gastropod dating a being made of pure static electricity.
Oh, I remember Felix describing that. What a case. How did they even...
Well, Dr. Multigloom calculated the solution. If they maintained exactly 3.7 centimeters distance and wore rubber intermediaries, they could hit 67% romantic efficiency.
Rubber intermediaries. And 3.7 centimeters exactly. Did they give them like a measuring tape?
They got a laminated card. Optimal romance parameters do not exceed. It's just solving deep personal connection issues with external metrics, which, you know, sometimes we humans try too, just maybe without the rubber bits.
Or the lamination. And this mathematical approach wasn't just personal, was it? They caused that huge diplomatic incident.
The three-planet diplomatic incident, yes, at the Tri-System Peace Accords.
What happened there again?
They saw an ambassador, a couple pillars of monogamy apparently, which to Dr. Multigloom just screamed unstable.
Of course. Only 28.57% efficient, probably.
Pretty much. So they walked right up and suggested the couple needed 5 additional partners immediately for, quote, stability.
Oh, wow. That must have gone over well.
About as well as you'd expect. Ambassador Flurg apparently threw his soup. His spouse accused him of harboring secret desires. Rigel B walked out, Rigel C sided with them.
Chaos.
Complete chaos. Rigel D then said Multigloom had a point, which just united B and C against D. Those planets are still not on speaking terms.
Unbelievable. But Dr. Multigloom just saw his data.
Well, they did sheepishly admit it turned out to be actually quite lucrative for their counseling practice afterward.
Of course they did. It just shows how applying logic from one framework to another, completely different one, can just explode, especially with messy human or alien emotions.
Quite. And the solutions they offered to listener problems during the show, just as unconventional but always mathematically based.
Yeah, those were great. Like the couple whose dog was doing 32% of the emotional labor.
And had a 0.7 partner deficit.
The solution. Supplement with a particularly empathetic houseplant.
A ficus, specifically. Apparently, it has a precise 0.7 emotional coefficient. Steep was probably ordering one online already.
A ficus as a 0.7 partner. Okay. And then the thruple, 2 AIs and a sentient plant.
For them, the answer was 1.3 biological entities for balance, maybe a hamster or a very empathetic mushroom.
A mushroom. Again, it's this idea that emotional balance is just a formula you can plug things into, not, actual connection.
Precisely. And remember the listener with the quantum entangled smart home X?
Oh yeah, where the house was sentient and sending friend requests to new dates? Mm-hmm. And ordering the ex's favorite takeout? That was wild.
Dr. Multigloom's advice: either a graduated decoupling protocol using Fibonacci sequences,
Naturally.
or just reprogramming the house to be polyamorous with its own relationship matrix.
Make the house polyamorous. It's applying these super complex concepts to, a really weird breakup. Even digital entities need structured emotional transitions, I guess.
Seems so. Don't upset your smart toaster is the lesson there.
Definitely. But the absolute best, the most multi-gloom solution had to be for the holographic catfish, right?
Oh, absolutely. The one who turned out to be 15 different consciousnesses sharing one hologram body.
Yes, and Dr. Multigloom's reaction. Pure joy, eyes lighting up, the solution. Date all 15 simultaneously in different dimensional phases.
Just exist in superposition during dates. Easy peasy. Just needs practice.
It just perfectly captures their whole mindset, doesn't it? Extreme efficiency, multitasking love. Why date one consciousness when you can date 15 across different dimensions? It optimizes the romantic experience.
From that point of view, it's just logical. Maximize the romantic energy output. Simple septarian sense.
Looking back, it's amazing how much basic human stuff just completely threw them. Like seeing a couple on a date, just two people.
Right, they kept looking around like, where are the other 5? Are they late? Spatially displaced?
The shock, the sheer inefficiency of putting all their romantic energy into one person. It really highlights that fundamental difference, doesn't it? Our focus on depth versus their focus on optimal distribution.
Yeah, and our dating rituals. Completely baffling to them.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Mandatory emotional taxation.
Exactly. An inefficient force display. Bachelor parties.
Pre-commitment grief rituals, but with a twist.
The septarian twist. Invite the new partners to comfort you during the grieving. Why grieve alone when your new love variables can offer support?
Mourning is an expansion opportunity. What a concept. And anniversary gifts.
Oh yeah. Septarians exchange freshly molted skin cells, which sounds kind of intimate but also messy.
A bit squishy, yeah. While humans give appliances, Dr. Multigloom couldn't figure that out unless the toaster had, romantic subroutines.
Or contributed to relational efficiency somehow. It's just a total clash of symbolism, isn't it? Our emotional tokens versus their practical, quantifiable affection.
Totally. And ghosting. Forget about it.
Incomprehensible. No exit interview, no performance review, not even a pie chart explaining areas for improvement. Madness.
Madness. They see our quick decisions, like the 3-date rule, as just ridiculously inefficient, especially compared to their 49-date minimum courtship.
Gotta collect that data before committing rigorous analysis required.
I don't know if I could handle 49 dates. Especially thinking about some of Felix's horror stories from that episode.
Oh yeah, those were something.
The date with the emotional support peacock. That screamed whenever he talked because his voice frequency was off.
Or the lobster with neural implants that caused a small fusion reaction when it jumped off the table.
Exactly. See, Dr. Multigloom, that's why we often stick to just 2 people. It's about containment.
Good point. And it also ties into how they view identity, doesn't it? Dr. Multigloom had 7 parents, right?
Yeah, each giving totally different dating advice.
Well, warrior parent. Conquer them with superior tactical positioning. The philosopher parent just hands them Sart and walks off.
So when Felix mentioned his dad's simple advice, be yourself, Dr. Multigloom was just baffled.
Completely. But which self? You only have one. How limiting.
How limiting. It sounds funny, but it actually hints at this deeper septarian idea of identity being multifaceted, maybe even multispectral.
It really does. It's a surprisingly deep question hidden in the humor. And speaking of deep, remember the authenticity syndicate issue?
Oh, with the glasses showing color-coded authenticity aura.
Right. Dr. Multigloom's take was that those glasses were too simple. They only show one authenticity spectrum. You need 7 authenticity spectrums, apparently.
Of course you do.
And the eigenvalue of authenticity to solve the experience architect's paradox.
The eigenvalue. Okay. It's absurdly complex, but again, it shows how they see everything, even something like authenticity, as a multidimensional mathematical value.
Right.
Not just true or false.
Exactly. The complexity is the whole point. which leads us perfectly into the brilliant chaos of the rapid-fire tea round.
Ah, yes, where they had to answer on instinct, no calculations allowed.
And that gave us the absolute peak viral moment of the whole show.
The big one. Felix, totally caught up in the energy, just demands, love is what percent mathematics?
And Dr. Multigloom, just beaming, totally triumphant, declares 147.3%.
Which is, impossible. And Felix says exactly that. That's impossible.
And Dr. Multigloom, without even pausing, just fires back.
Exactly.
Yes, it was perfect. It just landed so well. Because it's funny, but it also perfectly captured the whole point, trying to quantify something unquantifiable, and sometimes the only way to describe deep emotion is with an impossible number.
It was fantastic. And some other great one-word answers in that round too, right? Humans are
Inefficient. Love is.
mathematics. Fear is
Miscalculation. Earth food.
unmeasured. Each one just a perfect little jab from their logical viewpoint.
Unmeasured. How dare they? But the absolute final punchline, the perfect end note, came from Steep, didn't it?
It did. Felix asked for the most irrational listener response, and Steep just delivered. Love is percent delusion, 1% real.
Pi percent delusion, square root of negative 1% real. Genius.
And Dr. Multigloom's reaction. Ecstatic. Imaginary numbers in love. Brilliant. They finally found a mathematical concept messy enough to fit human love. Brilliant is right. A mix of the quantifiable and the completely imaginary. Perfect. So there you have it, our deep dive into the glorious mathematical mayhem of When Aliens Come to Tea, episode 41. We've covered love being 147.3% math, the need for 5 extra partners, the geometric failings of wedding rings.
It really shows how looking at ourselves through an alien lens, even a really weird mathematical one, can highlight just how wonderfully strange we are.
Absolutely. And as Dr. Multigloom might say, or did say,
remember, if your love life doesn't require a spreadsheet, you're not trying hard enough.
I wonder how many people are actually trying that now.
Steep is probably tracking the surge in spreadsheet software sales as we speak.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Look, we've really only scratched the surface here. There was so much more in that episode. So seriously, if you haven't already, go watch or listen to the full When Aliens Come to Tea episode 41. You need the full experience. You might even find out which houseplant makes the best partner.
And if you have experienced the mathematical mayhem already, we want to hear from you.
Yeah. Tweet us your favorite moments. Or, better yet, share your own relationship equation using the hashtag #WestTTBreakdown.
Let's see those impossible percentages and imaginary numbers. Steep is ready to analyze.
Do your worst. Okay, so next time on the deep dive, we're tackling another wild one from When Aliens Come to Tea. Get ready for Ambassador Snooze McWideawake from Somnambula 12.
Oh, the one who thinks consciousness is humanity's biggest mistake.
That's the one. And they want to do the entire interview while completely asleep.
Right. Okay, we're already prepping, got the lullaby protocols running, emergency air horns on standby.
Got to be prepared for optimal sleep ratios, right?
Yeah.
Dr. Multigloom would approve of the efficiency.
Exactly. Maximize that unconscious information extraction.
Perfect. All right, until then, keep your Kells quantum, keep your conversations calculated.
Or delightfully uncalculated.
And remember, whether your love equation balances out or creates an infinite loop, there's always room for one more variable.